All right, Eli, we are back. It is the 5th installment and the 6th installment of our 18-part series, Better Know Riverbend. Today we start with the par 3 5th.
The fighting 5th.
Lenny flyover, and there it is. It's basically akin to Augusta's 12th.
It is exactly akin to that.
It's kind of similar.
Kind of a little bit. You got a big backstop that is very steep. You can't tell from there, but it is quite steep.
But it's not really. You can't really use it. Like it's not going to bounce a ball back on the green. It'll put it on the back fringe.
You could, yeah, you can get down to the fringe, but it's not. You're taking a lot of risks that it gets hung up in a little Carolina
gorse.
Let's
call that gorse. These are gorse bushes right here. All gorse.
Yeah.
There's also a giant ridge on this green, and I want to say it's right here.
Yep. Runs. Yep.
And so depending on what side the flag is on, really depends on where you're going to aim it, because you do not want to have to putt with that ridge in your way. So if the pin's on this side, it's the green is here, and if the pin's on this side, your green, you want to be away from that ridge. So
unless you are John Sherman, and then you're going to take dead aim at the pin, you're going to come in off the plane,
John in jeans,
and just go flush an iron to about.
And be like, he's gonna pull up. He's like, "Hey guys, I haven't warmed up.
Hey, the pin's tucked
you've
away."
You've read those foundations, those concrete foundations. Always aim at the middle of the green. Oh, the pin's over there, 2 yards off the right. I'm gonna knock it down.
Let me draw it in. I'll just draw it into this 2-foot gap between.
And then he threw his wedge at us, and he said, "Be better."
He said, "Do you know how easy this is? This is a joke.
I'm
this
sorry,
is a freaking joke.
I'm sorry that you have to make a show about this, and it's so hard.
I'm sorry that you're in the 6th season and you all can't figure this out yet.
It's a freaking joke." And then he burned. This is all true. He burned. He burned our scorecards in front of us.
He burned his book. It was the first copy. He was going to give it to us, and he just torched it.
And I dove on the ground, blowing.
I jumped up and grabbed Mike. I said, "Sometimes people get lucky. You're a brilliant man."
I said, "I can't do this proof." I had a scarf on. I said, "Sherman."
It was freezing cold that day.
All that's true. You can verify that.
Everything happened.
You verify that with Sherman.
It's quite the brush fire, too, that spread after that thing got lit. We were not expecting that. Nobody was ready.
But Russell and everybody on the staff. Russell and everybody on the staff, kudos to them for the work they did to get it ready for the next day. Couldn't even tell.
Destroyed all the homeowners' property, but the course managed to stay in pristine shape. We couldn't have been happier.
We've been the subject of several natural refuge wildlife lawsuits because several species homes were eradicated because of the fire that we started. But
thanks a lot, Sherman.
I mean, really, it's a 9-iron here, unless there's wind, and then it's maybe an 8-iron. I don't know.
And you hit a gorgeous shot last year,
Lenny. Cue that.
Yeah.
Stare at it.
That is
Stare at it.
stick. If it's good enough, it's long. Oh, it's very nice. It's moving towards the pin, and that's about 12 feet.
But really, honestly, though, like you said, it's a 9-iron. It's a green that is 8 miles wide. M&M sponsored this hole last year. Mom's spaghetti was being served right in the gorse.
We had marinara. The bunkers were filled with marinara.
People were throwing up all over their sweaters. But there's no reason not to hit this green. It's a massive green.
It's thin, though. It is thin.
I've missed it the last 5 years.
Should we cue Eli's shot from last year? Cue that in there. Burn that in his brain.
Right. It might be wet. It's wet.
And
hey, there we go. Another highlight. Another let's montage that one. What a year last year.
What a first few holes.
What a first 5 holes.
Oh, man. All right.
I was on.
So let's name it. Let's see. We named it before Tears of a Clown.
No, we got to change that.
Yeah.
It's Sherman Hoax.
Sherman. How about Sherman Inferno?
Well, I was just saying, instead of Sherman Oaks, it's Sherman Hoax.
Wait, what's Sherman Oaks?
Isn't that from a movie?
What?
Sherman
Oaks?
Let's go Sherman Inferno. I like that one.
And we could also do like a song, like a cover to Disco Inferno.
Oh, yeah.
Sherman Inferno.
Sherman Inferno. He burned the scorecard on the fifth hole Inferno.
And then I just pictured Roy Munson doing a split and making the ball spin backwards and then go to. Okay. All right. Maybe the fifth hole should have been its own show. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
You can see the tee box now for 6.
You can see the tee box for 6. Lenny, let's go to the 6th. And there they are, the power lines. Look at the power. Look at the power on this hole. 525 yard par 5, and this one is a tricky start line to pick.
Gosh. Yeah.
It is a tricky start line to pick. But let's show Eli. Let's show Eli's drive last year. Let's cue that.
Show something good.
Come on. Let's break and go,
Up. Everyone's cheering, so it's got to be good. It's got to be coming. Oh, and he got cart path.
I tell you what,
And
though,
it's in. Oh,
that's a great drive, but he barely cleared the ball.
That was really close.
Still rolling right over the water, right at that golden tree, big ball. It's a decent drive.
Boys, we got to get one. Gosh, finally. Took us, what are we on our 4th day before we found a shot of mine that was good?
The scream was phenomenal. I love the scream. We did a lot of Garmin measurements when we were out on this hole, because here's the interesting point. If you play it too conservative out to the right, you're making the hole very long, but also you can go out of bounds if you go far enough to the right and long enough. So this tree right here is only 270 from the tee. So you can put that's a yard behind it, and if you get a bad bounce like you did when we were playing a couple weeks ago, you're out of bounds. But now the shot that we just played, that you hit a great shot on, was on an incredibly aggressive line.
Yep.
And it made it
barely
by 5
6
yards.
feet. I hit it the hardest I've ever hit a ball on this hole, and it cleared it by about 5 yards.
So aiming here is not really the spot, because this water's going to come in. I think the play is right on this line right here.
Yes.
You carried it last year 292 in the air, according to our Garmin measurements. So, all right. So I think it's driver. Past triumphs and failures. We both birdied this hole last year. It was
Did we? Oh yeah, we did. You hit that ridiculously good shot from the left.
From the left, the
and then you
wedge.
canned a putt that basically made me want to snap all the clubs in my bag over my knee.
It was on this hole. I mean, and we've talked about that. I was stormtroopering. I was me and Stevie. Me and Stevie were walking very quickly, and it was on this hole because I felt like you took a little momentum with your drive. Yep. And then I felt like I took it right back with the putt.
You took it right back.
All right. This green also has a giant ridge, and it runs right here. So it'll be interesting to see where the pin is. I feel like when we play here, it's normally back.
Yes.
We called this hole 2 years ago Human Gills.
Oh, that's staying. I don't even know why, but that's staying for sure.
Why would we have named it Human Gills?
No idea. I don't want to know. All I know is it's not going anywhere. That name will be there for another year.
It's got to be Human Gills.
Yep.
All right. That's the 6th installment, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with the 7th. Fight hard, everybody.
Let's go.
Maybe because I think you have traditionally won this hole more, and you're a shark, and so you have gills. I don't know. Maybe that was it.
It's my hole. Maybe that's it.
I said, Sherman, there's in the world, there's probably only 5% of the people that could tell a difference between you and me, but those 5% are all right because you're way different than me. And then we hugged it out.
We hugged it out because that's what you do.
We came in, we said, hug it out. And
okay, we got to stop going. I got like 8 more things I want to say about the fire.
okay.
There's no return on that.